Welcome back to Strasbourg. I've got with me Clive Jefferson, the Treasurer of the British National Party. Clive's also a member of my European staff, and I know a fantastic amount of work that you've got through here this week, as usual, on my material. Now, if you were watching earlier on when I was doing my piece to camera, which will be film put out separately to this, about the European debt crisis,
yes,
and where we are, where it leaves Britain, and the fascinating times that we now live in. But just briefly, of course, we had a debt crisis of our own 2 years ago, which at one stage threatened to unseat me as an MEP. People were saying I should be made bankrupt. You took over as Treasurer and led the fight to stop that happening. So what can you tell us now about the latest state of play? Am I going to be removed as an MEP or am I not?
I very much doubt that, Nick. It's, our debt crisis, of course, is on a very different league than the tremendous, incredible figures and mess that the Euro zone's in now.
But they have got a lot of taxpayers to screw, so...
They have, but they're screwing them every year, and the crisis isn't getting better, but we won't talk about that. That's been covered in another issue. What I can tell you today, and I think what everybody at home will be very pleased to hear, is that last year's accounts, the 2011 accounts, they're in the auditors now. They're ready to submit. We'll be submitting our accounts on time.
What is the deadline for last year's accounts to be submitted?
The deadline's the 7th of next month.
Right.
We're scheduled to submit before the deadline.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me stop you there. Has that happened before?
I think it has happened before, sometime in the distant past, but certainly not for the last few years, when, as you know, we've had a bit of a fight with all that. But last year's the first full year of the new Treasury team. James Mole, Jeff Dickens, our new accountant, pulled everything together. We've got a very efficient operation, very competent. The figures are there now. We haven't got to reconstruct. We're not playing catch up. We're very confident. Hopefully, I mean, we haven't got the audit pass yet. But
you say the figures are there. Then what are the drafts? These are draft figures at present. What do the draft figures show?
The figures show, I've got the draft figures here now. At the end of 2010, we were running at an operating loss for the year of £401,000.
£401,000 operating loss in 2010.
Yeah.
That was before you were Treasurer.
I was Treasurer for about a month.
The last couple of months, yeah.
About a month of 2010. 2011, as you know, we had to act quickly. We overstretched in 2010. We accept that.
Yeah.
We had to act quickly, and we did act quickly. We downsized the operation. We downsized our units. We shed staff, we cut staff quickly but effectively, whilst retaining the core functions. The 2011 figures in front of me now, and these aren't draft, these are the figures that have gone to the accountants,
right,
show an operating profit last year of £214,000. So
£214,000 profit, a turnaround from a...
Operating profit.
A turnaround from a loss the previous year of
401,000 loss.
So we're talking over £600,000 turnaround.
Yeah, within a 12-month period.
Very good.
So that alone is a tremendous achievement, and it's been done by a very small staff that have worked over and above the cause of duty, to be honest. I mean, everybody's pulled together.
Yeah.
We've produced a really good sound year, and as you know, and as our members know, who got the special edition of the London paper, we've had God on our side as well.
Absolutely.
We've got several large bequests have come in this year as well. So on top of the turnaround with the operating figures, we've got a cash injection this year, and I've just actually received the letters of administration on one of those large bequests now. So I can very confidently say that the financial crisis, Nick, has been dealt with.
Okay, thank you, Clive. Thank you for all the work that you put into that Treasury has been a terrible job for anyone who's had it. I've got to take a share of the blame myself for getting it wrong for years and years and putting people who are basically bookkeepers in charge of Treasury, instead of seeing that Treasury needs a bookkeeper, but it needs the person in charge of it who's actually a businessman, which is what you've been in your previous incarnations before you signed up to this stuff, and it's done the job. It's fantastic to be turned around. So, final message to those watching this who perhaps hoped we were going to go away. We're not going to go away. I'm not going to lose my seat because we're going bankrupt, because we're not going bankrupt. The British National Party is here and here to stay, and I'm here to stay as the MEP for the North West of England, at least until 2014. Thank you for watching.